good evening here in Dubai time, and I welcome everyone to GCIO, and I hope you will have beneficial time and a lot of knowledge to be transferred here. We welcome Professor Hetendra. He will be showing a little video, and he will introduce the GCIO here. Please go ahead.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So first of all, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the GCIO event webinar. And my name is Hitendra Patel. I am one of the founders of the GCIO along with the Dubai government, DGEP. And the objective of GCIO is to bring together organizations who have got innovation frameworks. And those innovation frameworks are unique, and then we can make them share and shareable around the world. So what I'd like to do first is start with a video. Victor, if you don't mind sharing a video as an introduction to who the GCIO is, and then we'll hand over the panel to Obaid.
Hi, my name is Hitendra Patel. I represent the Global Innovation Management Institute. We are honored to be part of the Global Council for Innovation Organizations because we are very excited about the opportunity of spreading innovation globally through certifications and standards. This council that we have put together will allow us to share best practices, exchange ideas between universities, between governments, between companies, between different geographies. It is the exchange of these ideas and this ecosystem that we are building that will help us close the gap and democratize innovation everywhere, and improve the quality of life of every human on this planet.
Obaid, you have the floor and you have the panel, so please feel free to introduce everybody and get the panel started.
Thank you very much, Professor Hetendra. So today we are having very special two guests that will be sharing their presentations with us. We have Dr. Ali Suwaidi from DIWA, Chief Innovation Officer for Dubai Electricity and Water Authority. So he will be speaking about how it's like sustainable environment innovation, and we can remind you we have COP28 this year in UAE, which makes a very important event for everyone in this globe. And we invite you all to attend and come, and because you'll be gaining a lot from this experience. Without further ado, we have our special two guests, Dr. Ali Suwaidi, and we have Ferdous Hussein, which she will be speak also about how Dubai municipality have improved the innovation, how can Dubai government enable innovation towards a sustainable and increase the efficiency. And we'll be having both of speakers talking about their presentations. So if any one of you have a questions, we'll remind you to write them down, where we'll be asking our guests at the end of the presentations. Dr. Ali, we can start with you and wish you good luck.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abeid, and thank you for having me today, actually. So I will say at the beginning, what they call it, I will say good day to everyone, because I don't know in which part of the world you are in. I know Dr. Patel said that it is 9 a.m., so I would say good morning to the people who have the 9 a.m. right now, and I will say good afternoon to the people here in Dubai. I know it is 5 p.m. in Dubai, and you know it is usually the late in the afternoon, so I will try my best with my colleague actually to be as quick and informative as we can. So it is a pleasure being with you guys here, and I will start sharing my screen right now to present to you what we are doing here at DIWA in terms of sustainability. Let us talk about the sustainable initiative that we do have in DIWA, but again, I will say it is a pleasure being with you all. And it is pleasure also being with my colleague, Ms. Ferdous, here today to share with you what we do have here in the Emirates of Dubai and the UAE in terms of innovation. So my name is Ali Rashed bin Ghait al-Suwaidi, Chief Innovation Officer at Dubai Electricity and Water Authority. And I would like to start with the quote of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, when he mentioned in his quote that the future belongs to those who can imagine it, design it, and execute it. Wow, what's a quote? And this quote has been tweeted, I do remember, in 2015 or 2016 in the Global Future Summit here in Dubai. And you know, from this quote, actually, we take I will say we take the imagination and also take the courage from the wise leadership of this country to move forward. Moving from this quote to what we do have in DEWA, I will talk about the story, because giving you a story will also connecting the dots that we do have, where we were and where we are right now. Actually, we started in 1992 by the merger of Dubai Electricity Company and Dubai Water Department. And it was a degree of the leadership from the Emirates of Dubai to merge both company. And this company is working under the direction of the wise leadership of this country and under day-to-day follow-up from His Excellency, Mr. Saeed Mohammed Al-Tayr. And we said in 1992, the journey of innovation and shaping the future of the utility sectors in the UAE has been started. And from the start, or from the beginning, we realized the importance of innovation, because innovation is the main drive and the main measure to measure the readiness of the organization to the future. And we realized that at the beginning, and we put it as one of the main pillars that we do have in DEWA, beside the other values like the sustainability, like the agility and other values. And we move from a world-class utility into a globally leading, sustainable, innovative corporation committed to net zero by 2050. So starting from the conventional way, and today actually we are utilizing the latest technology to become one of the most innovative organizations in the globe. Moving to the direction of Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, I will say our purpose is to providing a globally leading, sustainable, efficient and reliable power and water services, beside the related innovative, smart solution and services. And as I mentioned, we realize the importance of innovation, and we included in our value, in our mission, and in our vision. And our vision is a globally leading, sustainable, innovative corporation committed to net zero by 2050. And what is the motto? The motto is not only for us, it is for us and for the generation to come. Because we knew that some of the effort that we will put today will not be ready by the near future. Maybe it will be ready by the far future. And who will be getting the fruit in the far future is our generation that will come in the future. Moving then to the recipe that we do have here at Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, and why we are considering ourselves one of the innovative organizations here in this country, and also the others recognize us and as one of the innovative organization, is because of the what they call it, the frameworks that we do have in DEWA, and also the ecosystem of DEWA. The ecosystem that we do have is connecting everything, is connecting the internal and the external environment, either if it is local or international, with the enterprises, and also with the services that we are providing, and also with the value chain of DEWA. When we are talking about the value chain of DEWA, we are talking about the full chain from the planning till the customer services and the customer commissioning at their side, at their home. So we do have our let us say, hand on the full chain. And that's why it is more easier for us to innovate through all the value chain that we do have in DIWA. And what to mention here, we do have a innovation ecosystem or framework that attached to the ecosystem that we do have at DIWA, and that giving us the best opportunity and solving the challenges as best as we can. And what I would like also to mention here regarding that framework, it is aligned with the direction of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashed Al Maktoum Coach, and we are the first government entity to have His Highness Coach embedded within our internal operation. And we call the first part the imagining part, the second part, which is the designing part and putting the blueprint for whatever we have, and the final one, the execute part, to see the result and what kind of the result that we will do have. I will talk more about the example and the effort that we do have toward the environment and sustainability. But it is worth mentioning that without having such a framework and such ecosystem, we will not be very we will not be ready and coping to what we do have around the globe, and we will not be coping to what changes that we do have in either our environment or in the I will say in the technology side and technology roadmaps. Moving to the example, and I would like to shed light on some of the examples that we do have related to environment and sustainability. But before going to the example, I would like to mention that in 1992, we were innovating in our core businesses, which is provisioning of water and electricity. Then we move forward and we include two other domains, which is the adjacent businesses and also the beyond businesses. When we are talking about the adjacent businesses, what is the latest technology that can help and that can support us to provide water and electricity? When we are talking about the beyond businesses, we are talking about the latest technology that we can utilize and we can provide the customer with a service or product or solution that might relate it to electricity and water and might not. So with the example, I will show you where we are heading to and what impact that we are putting toward our environment and the sustainable efforts that we do have. First example, which is the DIWA 250 megawatt hydroelectric power plant. That power plant actually, it is a one, or let us say a unique power plant. Why? Because it is in the area of mountains in Hatta, and we utilize the Hatta dam that we do have there, and we connected with different pipes, and that pipes go to the reservoir under what they call it, underground reservoir. And through that channel or through that pipe, we put a water turbine, and from the movement from the dam to the tank there or the reservoir, it generates some kind of power. And when we talk about just that reservoir, I will not talk fairly about that area, because in that area we are not only having that power plant or hydroelectric power plant, we also build a cable car there and also a hotel, plus we are providing a sustainable way of living for people by generating different opportunity for employment in that area for more than 300,000 employees within the area of Hatta. So this is one of the example that we do have. And what I would like to mention, it is aligned with His Highness vision and direction, and it is also aligned with the development plan of Hatta that has been launched by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashed Al Maktoum. The second example is more about the adjacent businesses, and it is about the Mohammed bin Rashed Solar Park, which is the largest solar park in one area. The total capacity of this solar park is around 5,000 megawatt by 2030, with a total investment of 50 billions AED, and that will lead to a reduction in carbon emission by 6.5 million tons per year. What I would like to mention here also, we bring the CSB tower, which is the concentrated solar power, and we transform it into a success story where it has a bad reputation in one of the countries around the globe. And why is that? Because we bring it here, and instead of using the oil to what they call it, to cooling the mirrors, we are using the melted salt, because the melted salt has a higher degree of explosion compared to the oil and so on. And alhamdulillah, it is operating here in Dubai, and it is one of the success story that we do have in Mohammed bin Rashed Solar Park. The third one, it is related to the what they call it. It is related to the beyond businesses. And to give you a brief about the data center that we do have, or the green data center that we do have, I would like to shed light on the history here as well. Actually, in 2017, His Highness launched the Dubai 10X initiative, which leads to make Dubai 10 years ahead the other government entities around the globe. And one of the initiative that we do have at Dubai Electricity and Water Authority is having digital DIWA, which is the first digital arm of the utility sector around the globe. And we created that digital DIWA because of a need that we do have, which is a huge number of data about our consumer, and also this data considered as a sensitive data, and we cannot host it anywhere in the globe. We just need to host it within our premises. But there is a good option and a cheaper option, which is the cloud. But the cloud will not help the security. So that's why we come up with this idea and we build our own cloud. And from that cloud, actually, we do have our own data center and hosting services. And today, we are not only provided to DIWA only, but we are providing it to the other government entities here within the UAE. And the expansion is going very fast, and hopefully we will reach the MENA region soon, inshallah. What I would like to mention about the data center that we do have, we realize the importance of, or let us say, we realize the impact of the data center to the environment, and we come up with the green data center. We do have the first one in Al Yalais area, where it is in my Dubai premises, and this is the first data center, green data center, that we do have in Dubai, and it is operated by solar energy. And it is the one of its kind in its MENA region. Then in last year, actually, we launched the largest green data center here in the world, and that was recognized by Guinness Award. And alhamdulillah, that data center is totally operated by solar power generated from Mohammed bin Rashed Solar Park. So we made the service available to everyone, but also we are realizing that the sustainable way of living and the sustainable service will get the plus from the consumer and also from the decision maker here within the country. Moving to the last example that we do have, which is about the services that we do have. Alhamdulillah, by today we launch a lot of services. That services reduce the amount of the trip to the consumer, and also educate the consumer about the consumption at their premises, and also give the location about the electrical vehicle owners about the EV charger. So it will reduce the time, reduce also the cost, and reduce the impact to the environment. So those are, in a nutshell, some of the examples that we do have at DIWA. And to tell you the truth, we do have many. But this is something that I would like to share with you today, and would like also to emphasize about their impact toward our environment and our customer happiness, and also the impact to the city score in terms of the sustainability. At the end, I will leave you with this quote, which is the same quote that I started with. The future is belong to those who can imagine it, design it, and execute it. So let us dream and imagine together, or as an individual, enterprises, and also community. Let us put the blueprints for those imagination and those dreams, then executed to have a better life, better customer happiness, and good impact to our environment. So this is the end of my side. Thank you very much, guys, for listening, and hopefully we'll wait for the Q&A session after my colleague's speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ali Suwaidi, for this information and for this insightful presentation. Just a gentle reminder for who joined just lately, we will postpone all the questions till the end of the seminar. So if you have any questions you want to ask our guests and speakers, we will do it at the end of the seminar. Next, we will be introducing Ferdous Hussain. She's from Dubai Municipality, and she will be speaking about Dubai Clean Air Quality Program. Without further ado, Ferdous, we would like to hear from you about this initiatives and how innovation being done over there.
Hi back, guys, because I had to connect from the phone for fixing the issue for the speaker. Now it's working perfectly. Sorry again for keeping waiting. So if let me introduce myself first. This is Ferdous speaking, the manager of air quality section in Dubai Municipality. I was really happy with the quote shared by Dr. Ali just a while ago about the imagining the future and designing it and executing it, which is really, this is our role here in the Dubai government. We need to execute the future. It's not that we will let the things go and then without planning. So today I'm happy to introduce you to the Dubai Clean Air Quality Program, which is a comprehensive program to monitor air quality and do data analysis, strategical planning, and as well the environmental awareness. So if I may ask you to move on to the next slide, please, the one who's the moderator. Yeah. So as I mentioned, it's a comprehensive program that utilizes artificial intelligence, like promotes the aspects of sustainability and innovation in order to protect the air quality. The key objectives of the program is to employ innovation, as I mentioned, exploring opportunities of best practices in air quality, achieving air quality sustainable development targets, promote sustainable practices to maintain good air quality, in addition to engaging stakeholders towards achieving these objectives. Moreover, setting the future, the aspirational targets and strategical objectives, like the UAE national agenda targets, the local commitments, and even the international commitments, such as C40, which Dubai was honored to join lately back, like around 3 years back. There is also the commitments by the WHO, where like we all have to collaborate in order to meet the goals and objectives of the air quality, in addition to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So this is a brief on the strategical connection of the air quality program that is consisted of key 4 elements, as I mentioned. It's composed of monitoring part, data analysis, strategical planning, in addition to environmental awareness. So to start with the monitoring, we do have a network of stations. This is a picture of the air quality station. And as I mentioned, it is a network, not only one station. If you can move on, please, to the next slide. We have a network of ground air quality stations that is like spread in different locations in Dubai. which is identified based on previous studies on the importance of locating these locations and according to the hotspot areas. So these stations are capturing a wide range of pollutants, mainly is the criteria pollutants like the carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, ozone, SO2, and particulate matters, which is in its group PM10 and PM2.5. So in addition to the ground network, we have also an innovative vehicle to monitor air quality. This vehicle actually serves the issue of not having enough stations. So through this vehicle, we do environmental surveys across Dubai Emirate. We received, since we launched this smart environmental vehicle, a lot of requests to do studies across Dubai. And it's really supported by a wide range of equipments, very specialized equipments to monitor not only the criteria pollutants, but more than 100 air toxic pollutant and VOCs in the ambient air quality. It's also attached with smart cameras to monitor and take real-time pictures in order to ensure the safety. Something important also to mention that we have recently got the certification of the ISO 17025 for the truck, and it's really serving its purpose since we launched it in 2018, and also getting a lot of innovation awards like the Innovation Arabia Award and a lot of sustainable awards. Not only that, so I mentioned about the ground and the mobile station. We did also launch our environmental satellites back then in 2021. So the environmental satellite is more overview on the space aspects and measuring especially the particulate matters, which really in our region, we are facing this challenge to achieve the air quality targets of particulate matter due to the location and due to the dust storms coming from the surrounded countries. So a lot of data being captured by the environmental satellite DMSat-1, which is entered in our database and assessed and analyzed in order to determine some opportunities for improvement in air quality. So there's a lot of environmental benefits coming out from DMSat-1. In addition to building a database, as I mentioned, it also employs the environmental outputs and studies and planning of air quality. It supports the global efforts in monitoring the greenhouse gases, also develop the capabilities of our engineers and our team in analyzing environmental satellite data. It's the study on air pollutants concentration and enhancing the leadership role. So that's it on the part of the monitoring of air quality. Moving toward the data analysis part, we do have special systems in order to incorporate all of the mentioned data coming from the network and utilize the modeling like ChemX model and some weather models in order to develop future maps and the current situation maps as well on data quality, air quality data analysis. And of course, with data only and with softwares, it's useless. There is nothing you can do with only data and you do the analysis, except if we move on to the third important element. If you can move on the slide, which is the strategical planning. Here where we come with the Air Quality Strategy 2030. It's a collaborative work. Air quality is very challenging matter. It cannot be achieved by only one entity. It's always a collaborative work. For that, those are our esteemed stakeholders from the different sectors who are responsible on doing some activities that might result in emission production. So together with our stakeholders and with calculating all of these data and set the current pollution level in the Emirate of Dubai and setting targets for the key pollutants, criteria pollutants I mentioned earlier. Together with that, you here get really efficiency and effective use of the data you collected. So the process of the strategy, which we initiated on the start of the year in January, but this is actually a follow-up on another strategy which is conducted in 2017, 2021, which is a really successful strategy. This is as a follow-up to put the plans and sets the action plans up to 2030, where it reviewed the international best practices in air quality. It involves a lot of data collection, part of them, the ones I discussed earlier, and the activity data coming from all the stakeholders highlighted in the strategy. in order to come up with the future projections and development of air pollution maps, and setting targets for reduction, which will help us achieving our commitments in air quality. Last part, which is also important, but sometimes it's they think it's not important, but it is. Awareness in air quality is a must. We have to inform the public. We have to let them know what is pollution, what is impacting their health, what are things they can do themselves in order to avoid being exposed to an air pollution. Through that, we've launched the air quality or the air environment website, which does not talk only about air quality, but all the air environment. It also includes some things about the noise and the EMF and the other monitors, which we are also having as part of our network. So it presents the air quality index for the public. They can access a real-time data. They can access to a lot of projects we're doing in terms of air quality, and they also can approach us with any comments or any feedback or any data request they are asking for through this completed website. And this is the barcode. Not only that, but if we can move to the other slide, we also launched the air quality smart app, because of course everyone is taking his phone and it's more accessible, it's more to the current time and usable by everyone. There's a lot of features and embedded within this application. One of them is the notification. So if there is something, for example, let's say a dust storm outside or something, and it's a really high concentration of pollutants, they will get notified in order to limit their exposure to outdoor activities. So we talked about the monitoring, we talked about the data analysis, the strategical planning, and the environmental awareness. These are the key elements and summary, which is representing the air quality program of Dubai. Thank you very much for listening. I would be very much happy to answer any questions if you have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ferdous. Ferdous Hussein, she's part from Air Environment Sustainability and Environmental Assessment at Dubai Municipality. So it was a very insightful presentation. Again, I would like to thank you. Also, I'll open the floor for the participants here to ask questions for our guests and to get answers from them.
Ubaid, if we can let people put the questions in the chat or put their hands up, that'd be great. And while they're doing Absolutely. That, why don't we have a second video introducing the GCIO to the members? So Victor, if you don't mind, thank you. 1 minute for the video, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
المجلس العالمي للمؤسسات المبتكرة مجلس فريد من نوعه، يمثل مؤسسات عالمية من مختلف قارات العالم. هذه المؤسسات مختصة بالابتكار وبدعم الابتكار وبتعزيز ثقافة الابتكار في المؤسسات وفي الجهات الموجودة في مختلف هذه الدول. المجلس بيكون له دور كبير في دعم تبادل ونقل المعرفة ونقل الابتكارات الموجودة في مختلف قارات العالم، مختلف المؤسسات الموجودة على مستوى العالم، ودعمها وتأثيرها ونقلها للمؤسسات الموجودة سواء في دبي وفي دولة الإمارات أو على مستوى الدول المشاركة في هذا المجلس. برنامج دبي للتميز الحكومي يعتبر أحد الأعضاء المؤسسين لهذا المجلس، والبرنامج كان له دور وباع كبير في دعم الابتكار والمبتكرين على مدى ال20 سنة الماضية، من خلال المبادرات اللي قدمها، من خلال الفئات الموجودة في جائزة برنامج دبي للتميز الحكومي. البرنامج له دور كبير في هذه المبادرة، وسيدعم الابتكار والمبتكرين وثقافة الابتكار على المستوى المحلي وعلى المستوى العالمي، وسيساهم في نشر كل الإنجازات وكل الابتكارات الموجودة على مستوى دبي للعالم بأسره.
Thank you. Ubaid, you have the floor.
Sure. Thank you, Professor. So we have a question from, let me open just the questions here. We have a question from Hussein Shalu for Dr. Ali. He's asking regarding the water distillate. Now the latest system is RO plant. What will happen with the previous system MSF and MAD and its harm to the environment while using it the worldwide?
Thank you very much for this question. Actually, the current technology that we are using, actually we have we are following the international criteria to make sure that it will not harm our environment and will be more sustainable way. However, to tell you the truth, here in the United Arab Emirates, actually we do have a goal and plan that we don't have any blackout or any outages from any household here within the country. So we need to make sure actually we do have the alternatives. So those alternatives, yes, maybe sometimes it is harmful to the future, but harmful to the environment. However, we are trying our best actually to find the best possible solution that can have the less impact into the environment and will not make any I will say not make any I will say what they call it, pollution or a huge impact to the to our environment. So it is kind of the backup plan in case we don't have the water. But alhamdulillah, since the start of the organization, we don't have, or let us say at the early stages, we do have a small outages and small leakage here and there. But alhamdulillah, nowadays we don't have anything, and we take some kind of action toward building the different reservoir in different area of the city to ensure that we will use whatever that we do have in our reservoir rather than going back to the old system and creating some kind of, I would say, or harming our environment. So this is my answer to this question.
Thank you.
Dr. Ali,
I hope it is answered.
Dr. Ali, I have a question just to add to that or ask. There's an energy balance in the world that you've got to mix with solar, wind, green hydrogen. And what do you see as, if you would look out 10 years in the future, what the energy balance will be for the utilities, the electricity, the energy usage of the UAE and Dubai?
Well, it depends on the each sector of the world, and in Dubai actually, since now we are considering the green green hydrogen as well. However, when we are talking about the logistic of the green hydrogen, we need to have a good infrastructure in order to handle such kind of particular actually, which is green hydrogen. And today, if we are talking about the green hydrogen, we are trying our best actually to build the infrastructure for that one. And we do have a POC with the Siemens during the Expo 2020, and that POC actually was successful. And we are creating or generating a clean energy out from that plant that we do have in our Mohammed bin Rashed R&D facility or Mohammed bin Rashed Solar Park. So in terms of percentages, I will say here in the UAE we will have maybe a good percentages on solar, since we do have it everywhere. Maybe the nuclear, or let us say the clean energy coming from the nuclear, will be another also factor, and also the third one, which is the green hydrogen. When we talk about the wind turbine, actually we do have a few places where can place a wind turbine, but here also we need to study, is it sufficient for us to generate electricity from wind turbine or no? There is some kind of, let us say, discussion with different entities here within the UAE to start such thing, but still, in Hatta we do have one test, and it is a good solution, but it will not cover the whole city of Hatta. So that's why we go for the alternative solution like the hydro in Hatta, and hope this will be followed by different area of the UAE.
Thank you.
Amazing. We'll get to the next questions. Batil is asking, I'm curious to know about more of apps, how it motivates and incentivizes the citizens to remain with their recommendation air quality limits. I think this is with the Ferdous, or could you please shed some light on the strategies or features that have been integrated into app to encourage users? So they want to know like how to be a sustainable initiative over the time, how will we incentivize other people to use such applications, and how it have a positive impact on everyone. So if Ferdous or Dr. Ali.
Yeah, definitely. So I would first encourage him to access the Dubai Air Environment website. It's very informative platform. It it talks about all the initiatives being done in air quality. It also explain in very extensive way what are the air quality pollutants, what are the parameters, what are the limits, and what is also one important thing, the air quality index, which is a color-coded index that shows the levels of air pollution or air quality, where like if it's green, you are in the good way and you can go outside, you can practice your activities as normal. However, there is another grade, which is if it was very dark brown or towards the red color, here where there is like a serious pollution outside and they have to limit their exposure. So, and similarly, the air quality application. Pardon?
Nope.
Yeah, so similarly is the air quality application in terms of the strategies, which is also like very much explained in the mentioned portal. The air quality strategy is more on the scientific mode. It calculates like the air emissions coming from all the concerned sectors in Dubai, runs into model to do a certain analysis, calculate how much is the contribution of air emissions coming from each sector, and setting a targets for future plans. So, and of course, these targets shall be achieved through the concerned stakeholders and with in collaboration fully with them. So this is a brief on the air quality strategy as well. I'm not sure if I answered all the parts of the question. If not, please let me know.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you there, Leonard, for answering the question here. So for myself, I want to ask Dr. Ali here, what some of challenges you have been facing implementing most of these initiatives and the sustainable practices you have been doing, and also how did you overcome these challenges? What were incentivized you and what's incentivized you to move on?
Thank you very much, Dr. Abed, for this question.
No,
actually,
her number. Call her from my phone.
In Dubai, electricity.
Call her.
Second,
or call her from here. Come. Better.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, in Dubai, electricity and water, electricity, we don't have challenges, we do have opportunity actually. And that's why actually we would like to go with it each and every time. Yes, definitely, we do have some needs, we do have some requirements, but those needs and requirements, we turn them into what they call it, turn them into an opportunity. And from that opportunity, we serve here the DEWA employee, or we serve the consumer, or even we serve the community with the challenges, with those opportunities. To tell you the truth, actually, the main drive actually for the solving those challenges is the leadership of this country. Actually, they give us the freedom, and they give us also the right direction. So we are following their direction, and based on the direction, we are acting. When it comes to the sustainability, we do have a lot of opportunity here. And the good thing is here, the people of the UAE, they are well educated about the sustainability and also about the environmental aspect that we do have around the sustainability. Let me give you an example. Actually, I spent some of my life in one of the countries, and in that countries, actually, they told me, okay, would you like to turn into a green belt and you will pay an extra? I say, no. Sorry, I will not go for that. And I don't know what does that green bell means. But here in the UAE, actually, when we started the green bell and we started the sustainable initiative and so on, we educate the people and we make them part of it, actually, like my sustainable level, like the smart response. We engage the consumer from their house and we ask them, okay, if we did such and such and such, would you like to have it, or would you like to go to the old school? They come directly and they say, no, we would like to have a smart solution. That smart solution help us and will reduce the cost, will reduce the time for resolution, and also will reduce the impact to the environment, and will act as a sustainable effort for Dubai Electricity and Water Authority. So this is my answer to you, Dr. Abed, and excuse me that I mentioned it. We don't have challenges because it is it is the way how we are thinking to the, or how we are looking to the opportunity here within this Emirates and also within this country.
The half cup is always full, Dr. Ali. I thank you for your answer. I think we'll take last question here with Victor. With the strategy of being 10 years ahead of other countries around the globe, do you see Dubai leveraging their expertise to perform international projects to neighboring countries, either to DEWA or like Dubai municipality? Do you have any answer or any vision for expanding or going to other countries to perform any services out there?
So, sorry, Ms. Ferdous, let me take the initiative here, and I will start this. Definitely, yes. Today, actually, when we are talking about DEWA, we are not talking about the national company only. We are international company, and we do have a lot of subsidiaries that taking different effort across the Gulf region, across the MENA region, and worldwide. Actually, when we are talking about the sustainable effort that we do have in terms of Suqya, My Dubai, and so on and so forth, we are following the latest following the latest technology that will help and that will give a good impact on the environment. And what we are doing, we are spreading it the whole in the whole country and outside the country. Also, there is a future plan actually to go and do the exchanging for the for the electricity between the MENA region, or sorry, between the Gulf region, and it is in the early stage, but this is also show how we can play a critical role here as a DEWA and as one of the leader in terms of utility. I will stop with this amount and will give the mic to Ms. Ferdous, because I like to talk a little bit, but it is better to give her some space here. Sorry, Ms. Ferdous.
No problem. Thank you very much for your contribution. Actually, talking about future plans, it's actually the air quality strategy itself. It's a future plan up to 2030. So as I mentioned, it's a very scientific project that analyze data up to 2030 and like do projection maps and projection scenarios in order to see ourselves in terms of air quality at the year 2030, and to backward and set our plans and initiatives and reduction plans accordingly. So this is answering also the question. I hope so. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're coming to the closing here. Dr. Ali Astouedi, Chief Innovation Officer at DEWA, Ferdous Hussain from the Municipality. I thank you very much. Professor Hitendra, do you have anything in your mind for the closing?
Yes. So first of all, Ferdous Hussain, thank you very much for the presentation on what you measure will eventually can be fixed, can be changed. Monitoring is critical. So having data is so important in terms of trying to make changes. Because if you don't have the data, then you don't have a benchmark. And so I think what you guys are doing is really important and valuable. I hope everybody who's listening in understands the value of this sort of experiments and this sort of research and this sort of work that's going on in Dubai. And then Dr. Suwadi, I think you guys are setting a benchmark in many aspects of what you're trying to do. I think a green city, a smart city, getting green energy across the whole country is where we need to go as not just as a country, but as a planet. And we need to make sure that we embrace this even harder and move with more importance. And you guys are running some of the experiments before many other countries are. So it's really good. And we'd love to have you guys keep on talking and sharing your knowledge in terms of what lessons you're learning, what mistakes we should avoid, and then to accelerate together, because I think climate change is real. And if we do not make efforts on that front, then we are going to get in trouble. And green hydrogen, nuclear, wind, solar is there, and the sun will always be there for us. And so why not use the sun for what we have to do? So thank you very much for that presentation, inspiration, and also excitement. And everybody can do this if they can imagine it. And why not? So thanks for participating on the GCIO. We'd like to invite you guys back again, of course. And Dr. Obaid, thank you very much for facilitating the session. We have this event every month, and we'd like to invite all those who participated on this particular panel and all the people who signed in. Please come in again next month, and we'll have again inspiring, exciting speakers from around the world who are changing the world around and using innovation frameworks to make that happen. So with that on my side, thank you very much for being present, and thank you, Obaid. Thank you, Dr. Sawadi, and Ferdous, Ms. Ferdous Hussain. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Professor Atendra, and I thank every participant here. Thank you for attending, and as Professor has mentioned, we'll see you in the next sessions. Thank you very much all.
Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.